What's up, guys, and welcome back to some more Electrician Simulator. As always, if you guys are enjoying these, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hopefully today we can do some non-tinkering jobs. Obviously, I love those, but I'm ready to do some actual electrician work yet again. So, this one says, it's time for your final certificate. And yes, we're sad that it's the end, too. Today you will learn how to place items in your environment, mainly walls and ceilings. Just select the required item and place it on a wall. Remember, you can place both sockets and switches on electrical boxes. Have fun. Many tasks to do here, but we'll go ahead and accept it, put on our VR headset, and begin the training. I've decided to try to actually read through the tutorial here today because most of the time I don't, and then I just get mad because I'm confused. We're quite literally just gonna be placing things in our environment. On the surface, again, seems very easy, but you never know. Okay, so we'll start from the top. Insert the fuse into the box. Circuit breaker 1 phase B16. Whatever the heck that means. Usually all the stuff that we need is gonna be right over here. There we go. Okay, so we need to add that to our inventory. Come back over to the fuse panel. And then this needs to come off. Now we just have an empty fuse slot, so that's probably where that thing's supposed to go. Now, place electrical boxes on the walls. Probably these two spots right here. Can we just grab both of them at the same time? Sure can. Okay, this is gonna go right about here. Does it matter, like, does it have to be perfectly in that little box? Seems like we did the first one okay. We'll just do the exact same thing for this one as well. Now that we have those two in, we need to place a single switch on the electrical box. I've got you. So the switch is gonna go here, and then the outlet is probably gonna go there. So let's grab the switch first. That's gonna be this guy, and that is gonna go right over this. It's really that easy. It's actually that easy. Okay, let's do the exact same thing then with the outlets. Beautiful work. All right, next up, place the lamp on the ceiling? Oh, not this floor lamp, not the floor lamp. They're talking about these. So we've got two classic long boys right over here. We'll left click on both of those, get them both put into our inventory, and then they just need to get hung up right here. Okay, again, why does this seem so easy? Like, surely there's gonna be a challenge to this at some point. I'm trying to remember all of our previous training as well, and I'm having a hard time, but I'm pretty sure we need to enable the cable laying system. And then this seems kind of odd to me. It says we need to connect the ceiling lamp to the main power supply, that being this, right? But wouldn't we want to connect the lamps to the switch that turns it on, and then the switch should go to the fuse box? I think we should wire up the fuse box to both the outlet and the switch first, and then we'll worry about connecting, you know, that lamp and then the two ceiling lamps as well. So we just need to get our first cable, or wait, press R to place cables at a right angle, or hold it. There it is. Okay, so we just need to bring that one over till right about there. Then we can go straight down, hang a right, maybe, to right there, and into the switch. Now, rather than running an additional line from the fuse box, I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to go off of this outlet here and then straight on over to that outlet. Now onto the ceiling. The outlet from this one needs to go to the inlet for this one, and then the inlet from the original one we clicked on needs to now go to the outlet from the switch. Now we should be able to just pick up this floor lamp like so, and move it right on over to here. Now for the plug, I think we just do the same thing. Take plug, there we go, into the outlets. All right, everything should be ready to go. We just have to get some bulbs in now. Let's just pick up all three of those. We've got one going in here. Maybe this isn't how we do that. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, advanced view, perfect. Now, Y to return, kind of awkward. Maybe escape would have been a better option. We'll try that this time around. I'm sure it works just the same. Escape, perfect. Yeah, Y is just kind of a bit of a reach, in my opinion. And now, same thing for the floor lamp as well. Perfect. Okay, I think we're ready, though it doesn't say that we've actually connected the ceiling lamp to the main power supply. So have I done this incorrectly? Is that what we're getting at? Or wait, we just need to turn it on. I was thinking green meant the whole circuit and everything was on. Green means you're good to mess with it. Green means you're not gonna get electrocuted. Red means, watch out, you're probably gonna get zapped. So let's go ahead and turn on the main power, and then now our brand spanking new breaker. That's looking good. The switch does work, does not work. I can't tell if the lights are on. Cut the breakers. Cut both of the breakers. I'm pretty sure I just figured out what I didn't do. That's like all the other stuff that we've learned how to do now. We should probably, oh no, don't put that back on. We should probably be doing that to the outlet that we just got set up. Yeah, not even wired, dude. What was I thinking? I wasn't. Let's get that screw unscrewed and that screw unscrewed as well. Now we can take the electricity line. That's gonna go right down there. We can screw that screw back in. And then the top one is gonna go up to the lights on the ceiling. So that'll get screwed back in as well. Now we just have to get everything screwed back together. And then the ceiling lights should work for sure. I'm not 100% sure though about this outlet. So let's just go ahead and unplug that. Huck the plug down on the floor somewhere. It's probably fine. And we'll go into advanced view on the outlets. See if there's anything we need to do here. Gotta grab our screwdriver, of course. And once again, I can't remember the proper order for these. So we're just gonna wing it. I'm gonna go protective in the middle. That seems to be okay. And then neutral, we're gonna go left side. That also seems to be okay. And electricity to the far right. There we be. Now we can just do exactly what we just did, but in reverse. Put the frame back on, and then we're also gonna have to get that plug again. Oh yeah, I forgot, we could just pick the plug up. We didn't have to do all that like click and hold, take plug thing. That's far more work. But now, hopefully, if we turn these both on, everything will work beautifully. The switch, nice, nice. And this lamp, we just need to click like that. Perfect. Exit VR, we are good to go. I love it. I'm happy to report that we did in fact receive our certificate, even though that took us way longer than it should have. I'm just a little slow, but that's not news to anyone here. Almost 25 minutes. Almost 25 minutes for all of that. But there we go. So now we've learned a new skill. Hopefully now we'll have some different jobs, potentially. These four here are definitely the tinkering ones. But these bottom three, all appear to be new. Well, that's where I draw the line, he says. I come back from a business trip just to find out that none of my lamps are working. Not only did I have to dispose of some weird bats from the house, and now this. Weird bats? Okay. I only have one request. You have to make all the lights work again, and you know what? I could use some extra lamps in the bedroom. No, I'm not afraid. I simply despise the dark. Sounds to me like he's a bit afraid. We already own a Phillips screwdriver, so it's not like we actually have to buy a new one of those. We will need 4 additional bulbs though, 10 additional cables, and 4 wall lamps. It's a good thing we have $1,800. Let me just have a quick peek at our inventory. We do have the sconces on us, so I think we're ready to go. This recording is definitely going to take me a little bit longer than most others because I've had to already do many retakes because of some home improvements that are going on just above me. As per usual. We love it. We love it, you guys. We love it. It's a great time. Anywho, let's just start going around and opening up some doors so we can figure out which rooms we actually have to do those switches in. Probably all 4 of the doors that we just opened, if I had to guess. The first thing that we need to try to locate here is going to be the fuse panel. I think that's actually in the garage. Yeah, there we go for this location. So all of these need to get turned off. We'll just hit the main breaker. Let's have a look at these ceiling titties first. I feel like that's a pretty good spot to start if we're just looking for bulbs. That's gotta be the right one. Gotta be. There it is. Okay, 1 out of 9. That's actually really easy to do. I don't know why these people can't just do some of this stuff themselves, you know? It's literally just putting in a new light bulb. Like, it doesn't take a genius to do stuff like this. If I'm able to do it... Okay, looks like that's it for the bulbs. Next, though, we have the light switches, which it's not exactly telling me which ones are at fault. I guess we can just take all the covers off and inspect them one by one. Kind of a waste of time, but that's fine. You know what? We've got plenty of time to kill. This one does appear to have some type of problem, but why? Is the switch itself broken? Repair the light switches. Even if oh, I already see the problem. I already see the problem. Okay, so we need to unscrew this, and we need to unscrew this. Next up, pop that little cable out of there, take that one out. They're flip-flopped, dude. So the electricity needs to go to the bottom one, and then the lamp needs to go to the top one. Easy. Easy fix. Well, there's 1 out of 4 done, but now we need to figure out... Oh, that's where they want the sconces to go. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad they told us exactly where they want them, because I was pretty confident I was going to screw that up. But we've got to just figure out where all the other switches are, so we'll get right after it. Who wired this house? Honestly, who wired this house? The same mistake. The same mistake again, dude. I don't understand. Like, how can you get it that wrong? Actually, when we were first starting out, I probably would have done the same thing, and honestly, I'm pretty sure I did do the exact same thing. So, not a huge deal. Not a huge deal whatsoever. We'll get all those screws plugged back in, or screwed back in, and we'll be done with this one as well. Once again, I completely forgot about the compass that exists at the top of the screen, so I was just wandering around aimlessly looking for all the other switches when it tells us exactly where they are. I know, crazy, right? Well, there's no surprise here. The exact same issue that we've seen now on all of the other switches. So once again, we'll just get them swapped around, and we'll be good as new. Looks like the last one's gonna be downstairs in the office. Apologies if you guys can hear an air compressor. It is what it is, all right? It is what it is. I'm not gonna pause the recording and wait for it to kick off just so I can resume again. That's weird. And actually, it totally ruins the creative flow of recordings. It just does. I can't explain why, but having to, like, pause, sit here, twiddle my thumbs for a little bit, and then resume once it kicks off again just ruins everything. That's going to be it for the light switch repairs. Now we need to install additional lamps in the master bedroom. So those are going to be those sconces. Those little wall sconces. So let's open up our inventory with I. And can we just like swap out the bulbs maybe? Okay, cool. We can do exactly that. Now if we hit 3, we can get all of these mounted. Why can I not get that mounted right there? This one works just fine. Why can't I put one? And now I can all of the sudden? Okay, don't ask me how that works, but that's fine. We've got that one put up there. This one here. I could like get the measuring tape out and make sure that they're all nice and plumb and square and even with each other, but that takes way too much time. Now we just have to try to figure out how to actually get power to our new sconces. I think the most obvious way for us to go about doing this is just run one from the outlet. We'll hold R so we get some nice right angles. And then let's bring that over here. Hold R again. Drop back down to the inlet. And now from this outlet, we can then go to this inlet. Wait. We don't want the wires to not be in the wall. I don't think I want to run one from here because we'd probably end up using just too much wire. So let's continue from this one. We'll just go up, bring it over to the corner here and down into the other inlet. Now from this outlet, we're gonna go straight up just above that curtain rod all the way over to here, and that's too long. Okay, so we're gonna go at an angle because we can, but that should be everything wired up now, I believe. The last thing we need to do is just grab our bulbs, place a bulb into each brand spanking new sconce, And then we're also gonna have to go trip the breaker so we can actually test this thing. This job, I know it says 30 minutes, you guys, but as I mentioned before, hasn't actually taken us 30 minutes to do all of this. Oh no. Oh no, does it not work? Connect additional lamps to power. Hopefully it's just because we don't have the switches turned on yet. It is. Okay, good. I was like, dude, I don't want to do all of that over again. We did have to buy a little bit of supplies for that last job, but we're now up to 1,900 buckaroonies, dude. We're sitting pretty good right now, if I'm being honest. But let's move on to our next job. Hi, I'm contacting you as a professional courtesy. It's a little awkward. We're finishing a house for one investor, and we've completely overlooked electricity. How do you even do that? We need someone to get it sorted on the double. You know, installation of a few fuses, some sockets and switches. The investor said nothing about lamps, so I guess they don't want any. They can get in touch directly with you anyway, so you taking the job? Let's see what our suggested dealios are. 4 of those, 6 of those, 6 of those, 4 of those. Okay, it's a tall order. Oh, and there's more. 87 cables. We're gonna add everything to our carts. 680 bucks for all of that. Yeah, I mean, we kind of need it all, so. But let me go back to that email. $785 is what we're gonna get paid for the job, and we just had to spend $680. So we're really not gonna be making that much, but this should hopefully be a halfway decent sort of finale job for us today. And here we are at the construction site. We'll just have a little look around, you know, check things out. That is boarded off. Okay, but we can get through on the other side. They only did that so we would have to walk all the way around. Real mature. I guess we'll just start from the top and work our way down. So install the missing electrical boxes first. I believe that's what these are. So we'll get one place down over there. We've got another just down here. Okay, that's gonna be an outlet. I don't see any others in these rooms. Let's go back here. Okay, there's an in-game barking dog. It's bad enough I have to deal with my IRL barking dogs. Now they're in-game. The compass. I've got to remember to use the compass, dude. There we go. Okay, so we've got another one there. Just one more remaining. It looks like it's gonna be right around this way. No, that's the one we just did. Over here. Right there. Got him. Next up, we've got to install 6 single outlets and 2 twin outlets. Let's start with the singles. Got our first one right over here behind this trash can. Now it's time for the twin outlets. It's a lot easier to install these than I initially thought. You literally just walk up to the spot and just click. Just the once. It's that easy. We'll obviously still have to go through and, you know, do the wiring behind these, but just get them up on the wall. It's really, really simple. So all of that is now done. Next up we have install the switches, 6 dualies, and just 2 singles. Now we just have to install some fuses. Looks like 4 of those, and the fuse panel is actually right behind me. We don't have to like put these in any particular order or anything, right? We can just get them all chucked in here. Perfect. I think the last thing that we have to do here is just get all the wiring ran to each electrical box that we've installed. So we have 4 of these breakers. Do we just need to bring wiring from one of the breakers to like each of the rooms? No, there's more than 4 rooms in this house. I'm really not quite sure how we're supposed to go about doing this, so I'm once again gonna wing it, and hopefully it ends up working out okay. Okay, I've gone through and gotten a couple of wires ran now, but my next question is, how do I know how much is too much for one of these breakers? Because right now we have 1 switch, 2 switch, 3 switches, and then 1 outlet, all connected to just one of these breakers. But like, again, how do I know how much is too much for just one of those breakers? Like, do I keep going? Do I start a new breaker? Here's the second breaker. We're going straight up along the ceiling all the way over to this light switch. From the switch to that outlet, all the way around to this one, to that one, and then finally to this one. So I think that'll probably be enough for that breaker, but let's move on to the next one. The third one here is probably the weirdest thus far. It's going straight up along the ceiling line. We've got to walk all the way around because that one 2x4 in the doorway comes up and around, down to this light switch, and then up, over, down to that switch, up, over, back down to this outlet. I don't know if I should really even be showing you guys this because I can't say it actually matters, like where the wires are run to, but I think the only ones we have left are going to be this one and then the 2 or 3, yeah, just 2 of them in this room. So that should be fairly straightforward. We're just going to go from this straight up once again along the ceiling. Let's go ahead and trip the breaker and we'll see just how bad this all actually is. Oh, it's perfect. Wait, and that's all we have to do? We don't even have to properly wire up any of the outlets or anything? They're mint? We gotta wait for just one last bark. One last bark before we go. Oh, and now nothing. There it is. Incredible. I'm not gonna miss that. Let's head back to the office. Just under 30 minutes on that entire job. We've got $785 to show for it. We've got 2,000 buckaroonies in total, and our reputation is now up to 10. So I think that's probably where we're gonna wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.